Reconstruction rep. The Civil War was the deadliest war Americans have ever seen. Both sides had goals in which they were keen to rejoin with the South and North past the 10% plan, but Congress, however, was not a fan. In 1864, Congress passed the Wade-Davis bill. Lincoln quickly went in for the kill. Lincoln thought it would have prolonged the war. Rejoining the Union was all they were fight for. Between the President and Congress there was an emerging gap. This is just the beginning of this Reconstruction rep. The 13th Amendment freed the slaves. They had gotten the freedom they had always craved. The Civil War came to an end, but the North and South relations needed amend. Soon after Lincoln was assassinated, the killing caused problems to be created. Andrew Johnson became president in the 1865 election. What followed was a series of rejections. The 14th Amendment gave citizenship to ex-slaves, leaving Southerners to turn in their grave. Equality for blacks was just in sight. The Black Codes were made to restrict their rights. The creation of the Black Codes angered the North. Congress was determined to bring the black rights forth, so it passed a bill that gave Freedmen's Bureau power, but when Johnson saw this, it made his face go sour. Johnson knew that it would anger the South. Even with the veto, Congress wouldn't shut its mouth. They introduced a civil rights bill that gave ex-slaves rights. Johnson vetoed that bill with all of his might. In order to get the 14th Amendment passed down below, they had to use radical Reconstruction to punish their foe across the South. They imposed martial law. All states had to approve the amendment and give votes to all. Harsh treatment of the South was helped by the election of Grant, and he was not afraid to stomp the South like an ant. The 15th Amendment gave blacks the right to vote. Equality for all gave them reason to gloat. The 1876 presidential election became a mess among the North and South. There was a newly found stress. The Compromise of 1877 was a secret deal. It made Reconstruction activists stop and squeal. The Republicans could have the president and the Democrats got control of their residence. The Reconstruction era came to a close, and the African American movement straight up froze. Reconstruction made sure the Union was preserved, but the African Americans didn't get the rights they deserved. It helped to develop the U.S. as a world power. This rep is blooming like a hibiscus flower.